From the Jackrabbits to the Golden Bears to the Eagles, this U.S. Army Bowl alumnus has emerged as one of the NFL's most explosive weapons. For these stars of the gridiron, their introduction to the world was right here in San Antonio.
Last year at our combine, and he was leaning towards Alabama a year ago.
Malcolm Jones gets the carry. Shakes a couple tackles out to the 25-yard line. Excuse me, Dylan Baxter on the run. It'll be 3rd and 2. And they give it to the up back, Malcolm Jones, and he gets hammered on the play. Great pursuit to the football by the East defense.
Yeah, it looked like it was Chris Martin, number 37, the defensive end. And Tom, he originally committed to Notre Dame, right?
He's been committed over a year to Notre Dame, and when Charlie Weiss was fired, he decided to take off and look around. He played at O'Dowd High School in Oakland, then he went down to Arizona for a while, to New Jersey for a while, and eventually wound up in Colorado this season. Playing his senior year. 4 different schools, yeah.
Wow.
What they go through and how much they love our country, and he said that was one of the great parts about this week. Connor Wood checks it down, and it's dropped by Christian Thomas, the tight end out of Palmdale, California.
Looking around, Baylor's one of the schools he's still looking at.
2nd and 10 for the East, down 7. Marcus Lattimore on the carry, takes it to about the 17-yard line.
On his way, and LSU's got themselves, I think, a great big back. And, you know, a lot of times a 5-point average might scare you a little bit. It's good average in high school, but since he was playing quarterback, a lot of times his sacks were added into that.
Bernetti keeps it. West not fooled. Cecil Whiteside made the tackle. Whiteside from Newport Beach, California.
On his way to Cal to play for Jeff Tedford. Cal has a bunch of players in today's ball game. Right off the corner is Whiteside. Nobody blocks him, and if you're a linebacker, nobody blocks you. You should make some tackles.
He had 54 this year in high school.
Good size, good speed, good range, good pickup for Jeff Tedford.
The Heaps family really enjoying this moment, Bob.
And Pat, you know, footwork. You know, Jake talked about Drew Brees and Peyton Manning and their accuracy, and it really does translate to footwork, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. He spent a lot of time on it all season long and on the weekends in the offseason. Robert
Woods has a first down catch to the 49-yard line of the East, so Heaps converts the 3rd and long for the West.
Robert Woods, you know, committed to USC, said to us yesterday that the coaching change probably wouldn't affect his decision. Big year in Southern California last year at Sarah High School.
So education is a huge focus. They put a lot of financial resources into it, and only 3 out of 10 even qualified to get into the Army in 2010 because of the education standards. So education is a very strong link when it comes to the United States Army, and how to build a strong team and the attitude toward the heroes and the appreciation that the players have shown. He said the banquet that they have for the players, he says that shows what patriotism's all about. And he has really enjoyed getting a chance to work with these young men. Austin Hinder gets sacked by Sharif Floyd.
He was so quick off that. I thought at first he was offside. Mind you, folks, he's 310 pounds, old Sharif. So I got to tell you, those centers and guards in the SEC, get ready for Sharif. I mean, that's just, he just kind of manhandled his guy in front of him. Jake Matthews, a pretty good offensive lineman who's going to Texas A&M, but give him the old Gator chomp.
Matt Darr with a good high punt. Keenan Allen on the return for the East. Allen picks up a block. Allen to the 47. Great return by Keenan Allen out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, a lot of people, folks, he could play either a wide receiver or defensive back in college. Terrific judgment by Keenan Allen, first to kind of give himself some room to catch it, the good hands, and then he does a fantastic job to get there.
52 yards on the return for Keenan Allen. East needed a spark. They got it from the North Carolina kid. West leads at 14-0.
That was done last Sunday night.
Yeah, they weren't dancing yesterday when the news broke of Pete Carroll's impending departure. We have time for another declaration with Lewis Johnson. Down 14-0, second and long. Derby bounces his way to the 40-yard line, picks up about 7 on the play.
Well, it was a surprise for him. I saw him in Dallas, and he didn't know I was going to be at his game, and it was a surprise for him, and I was happy that.
Now, you moved on to Ohio State, where you went for 3 years, and on to Miami Dolphins. But how did this game help really move your
Gators? And Urban Meyer talked to him about faith, to have faith in Urban Meyer and the Gator program. And Matt Elam obviously listened. He's enrolling Monday, guys, so he's not going to change his mind again.
Wow. It's really been amazing how Urban Meyer's held this team, his class together.
Keenan Allen on the return out to the 33. Yeah, a couple of U.S. Army All-American Bowl alum. Mark Sanchez right here on NBC immediately following our broadcast as the Jets play in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Then tonight on NBC, Deshaun Jackson and the Philadelphia Eagles take on the Dallas Cowboys. Let's send it down to Lewis Johnson. Good offensive line play.
They got better.
Little onside kick here. Ball is loose. East has it at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, one of those rules in this game, can only kick onside kicks in the fourth quarter if you're down. The East is trailing 23-6.
And Marcus Lattimore recovered it. Did it left-footed.
Yeah, you get that second.
He's a right-footed kicker.
Yeah, somebody kept it alive there. Keenan Allen misses it, and then you're right, it's
Marcus Lattimore with the recovery.
That's a pretty well executed onside kick. Well, here comes the onside kick again. In college football, I know the stat, you only recover about 10% of onside kicks.
Ball is loose and recovered by the East again.
That's 100% in this game. Yeah, they're going to have to work on the hands team.
And Zach Swinak.
He was the guy that kept it alive last time, right? Zach Swinak, linebacker on his way to Penn State. You know, it's the second hop right through the West's hands.
Cecil Whiteside couldn't hold it.
And a clean recovery by Zach.
You want to talk about recruiting? Penn State's got 3 of the best linebackers in the country heading towards linebacker U. And Zach's one of them. But believe me, he's got a lot of talent.
Oh, yeah.
Second and 10, where?
Ouch.
Heavy collision at the 28-yard line. As Cecil Whiteside delivered the hit. As they hold on to a 9-point lead. Heaps to throw. Heaps completes it inside the 20-yard line to Justin McKay and tackled at the 14 by Victor Hampton.
You know, these guys are all.
Rick Connor from Maryland, the DB coach. And Patrick Burrows from Miami South Lake.
Wow.
Traylon Sheed with the run, lost it. Picked up by the East.
Yeah, Sheed had a terrific burst, and then kind of the ball came out of his grasp, picked up by the East.
Keenan Allen was running with it.
Yeah, they're going to mark it down inside 10, about the 8-yard line. I think they said Sheed was down. Well, that ball looked like it came out before it went out of bounds.
There's no replay. One of the players is pointing up at the replay in the stadium.